Ladies and gentlemen, according to the CDC, the same people that are resisting wearing a mask are the same ones that are not washing their hands. As you can see, they are saying white men are least likely to wash their hands, according to a recent study done by the CDC. So this is Yahoo News, October 8th, 2020, long before the airborne nature of coronavirus was understood. Public health authorities were urging Americans to wash their hands, with the CDC and other agencies offering detailed seminars on how to wash your hands. Why do you need a seminar to wash your hands? Y'all really waste money on a lot of stuff. You telling me the average American don't know how to pick up a bar of soap and wash their hands? Y'all got to have a seminar? Ooh, no wonder why this place is going to hell. A seminar to wash your hands. Some believe that public health authorities should have focused more on wearing masks than washing hands, given that coronavirus does not spread easily on surfaces, as initially thought. They change what they say about coronavirus on a weekly basis, y'all. Still, hand washing is considered an essential aspect of good hygiene, whether a pandemic is raging or not. When the pandemic first arrived in the US in the early 2020, the advice on hand washing proliferated. It quickly became clear that many Americans weren't simply washing their hands regularly. Those who were washing their hands were often not doing it properly. Well, I seen the way they did it in those seminars, and all they're doing is lathering up their hands for a longer period of time and then rinsing them. Ladies and gentlemen, we do that all the time. I used to watch my parents. They used to wash their hands all throughout the day. That's how I got in the habit of doing it. And no, they weren't washing their hands wrong. They were doing it the right way. So, anyway, still fewer than a quarter of Americans are washing their hands after coughing or sneezing, or in situations where they handle food, the CDC reported. Nonetheless, more Americans are they're washing their hands more than they did a year ago, but that would make sense because we weren't dealing with COVID a year ago. So, I mean, that's common sense. So it is an admittedly thin silver lining, considering that more than 210,000 have been killed by coronavirus in the US. Millions have lost jobs. For the study, the CDC used data collected from Porter Novelli Public Services, first in October 2019 before the pandemic began, and in June 2020 as the country was in the midst of outbreaks, along with much of the Sun Belt. Because if you remember, it shifted over to the Midwest. About 3,600 people were surveyed the first time around. The second survey included 4,000 people. Research found, encouragingly, that there were statistically significant increases in reporting hand washing during that 6-month period. People were about twice as likely to wash their hands after coughing or sneezing, as well as before eating, either in restaurants or at home. There were exceptions, however. Young men, adults age 18 to 24, non-Hispanic white adults were less likely to remember to wash their hands in multiple situations, researchers have concluded. The notion that men, in particular white men, resist public health measures has been a point of discussion for much of the year. But the new study suggests that the nexus of youth, whiteness, and masculinity is challenging when it comes to public health directives. In both 2019, pre pandemic, and 2020, during the pandemic, high percentages of older adults, women, Black persons, Hispanic persons reported remembering to wash their hands in multiple situations than did young adults, men, and white adults, the new study said. Because older adults, Black persons, Hispanics, have been disproportionately affected by COVID-19. No, it's just the way y'all report it. I don't care what they say on mainstream news, y'all. Pick up your local obituaries. It does not match what mainstream news is telling you. It is the complete opposite. When I open my obituaries, I see white people leading in COVID deaths. Open up your obituary. Forget about what mainstream news is telling you. They gonna continue to lie like they have for 500 years since they've been in existence. They have done nothing but lied. Pick up your local obituaries and you tell me the faces of the people in there. It's not us at all. Now you will see us sprinkled in, but we don't dominate that obituary section. And they will tell you right on there, in many cases, what the person died of. And you will see COVID everywhere. But you don't see our faces dominating in those obituaries. See, there's a reason why they want to tell you everybody else's count of death, but they won't tell you the white count. But historically, they have always done that to make it seem like they're not getting something that everybody else is getting, and it simply isn't true. It is just mind games that they're playing on the public. That's all it is. If you control the media, you control the narrative. And if you control the narrative, you can always exclude your people from anything that's going on. It's easy to do. So it is just another form of misleading everybody. So let me get back to this. The CDC called for new communication efforts tailored to resonate with men, young adults, and white adults. So you got to use propaganda in order to get these people to wash their hands. It is just not a natural thing they do every day. You got to use propaganda. I mean, just listen to that. If you were taught good hygiene as a child, you're going to keep that all throughout your life, right? You're going to just keep doing those things. But what's up with this? They got to come up with signs and billboards and commercials on TV to get you to wash your hands. That is pretty damn pathetic. For real. That is sorry. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.